Hey guys, welcome to Fishing Tackle Channel. I wanted to give you a full unboxing of my last video. So here we go. Here's the, let's start putting it right here, I guess. Nice bucktail, again from Jigs bucktails. It's really good. I don't know why I didn't discover these guys. I don't know if you could, I think you could purchase it directly from the Facebook, Jigs bucktail. I haven't contacted him or her, whoever the owner is, as of yet. But according to the website for Jigs, I assume it's a gentleman. These are all real deer fur or hair, whatever you want to call it. And the finish is incredible. I mean, for a small business, I assume the quality of it, I mean, hook could always be better, but again, to keep the cost low, I think this will be good enough. If the baits and the presentation's made really well, the flounder or a bluefish or whatever the targeting fish are, including stripers, I think I could tell one of these, you don't even need to put a bait. I remember when I was a kid, a simple bucktail like this would catch, even without it, the charter boat that's just trolling, would just hook one striper after another. But look at this, the way it's all natural, right? But yeah, I think silicone days might be the future for the younger generation, but someone like me who has used bucktails as a child growing up over 25 years ago. Yeah, I'm that old. I was in the army. I joined the army in 1997, right after I graduated. So, yep, Fort Leonard Wood. Has anybody gone to Fort Leonard Wood for basic training? 1997, that's where I went as a heavy construction equipment repair. But, yep, Fort Leonard Wood for about 2-3 months and another AIT. My MOS was 62 Bravo. I have no idea what MOS. They don't call it MOS anymore. Like, I went to PLDC for my sergeant's rank. At the time, I had to complete my PLDC, primary leadership development course in the Army, and that was pretty tough. That's when I realized, oh man, let me complete my 8 years of the Army and get out. Because yeah, being a sergeant, if you think about it, I know a lot of people just get their promotion even before finishing school and the board, but back when I was back in 97, you had to go through the board plus successfully complete PLDC in order to get the points to get your E5. The same for B-knock and A-knock at the next level, but I don't know how it is in the Army these days. But yeah, if you're in the Army, sure you're. How's your experience in the Army? I separated after I did about 3 years of active. So you got 3 different enlisted. You have 3 at that time. I don't know how it is now, but yeah, the recruiters don't tell you, but you're signing up for 8 years. The contract, if you read the fine line, it's gonna say you full 8 years. That means you could, even if you're not active, if you're in IRR, in active reserve, you could be activated and sent to wherever they tell you to go. That includes, you could be in any MOS and they could reclassify you. So I've seen a lot of my colleagues getting reclassed to, including officers, going into a MP, I think, company, brigade or battalion or something like that at that time. So that could happen. So for me, I didn't know what it was. I thought I signed up for 2 years, but with the whole training and reassignment and all those things, it was actually a 3-year contract that was active. So after 3 years, I had a choice. I think because of my GI Bill, it was a pre 9/11 GI Bill. It was, I needed to fulfill 2 years active or something like that, or 3 years. I wound up doing 3 years of active military in the Army, and then after I got out, I completed my 5 years of active reserve instead of going IRR. Just staying active. I think during that time I got to be a range officer, safety officer. That's another thing. That was an experience. We did, I believe, in Fort Lewis, I think, as well as Fort Leonardwood. I was in charge, or not in charge, but part of the safety crew, range safety of sergeant, I guess that's what you would call it. Yeah, for people completing their rifle qualification. So just zeroing it in, and the good old zeroing in, and then once they're zeroed in, you do your qualification. But a lot of times zeroing in is what took the most time, I think. Anyways, that's about the Army. Here's another different color. So mainly, the reason I got it for a really good price for these, because it was somewhat of a clearance, I think. And these were the only colors left. I don't know why. I prefer the dark color. I think, to be honest, dark colors work better underwater than bright color. Sometimes bright color, but I think they work as much. It's not per the color all the time, but the presentation, the way it looks. So again, I can't say enough about this Jigs bucktail. I've owned a lot of different types of bucktails, including these Spro ones, but these are a pretty good deal. Yeah. Wow, I didn't know I bought this many. This is quite a bit of bucktail collection. Again, this was it totaled about $100, and this is my supply for the whole year, couple years. I think last time I bought a supply of these, I think I spent about 60, 70. I bought less than this, and it lasted me for like 3 years, and I still have some bucktails left. But some of them are not real bucktail, they're like a silicone base, but I think I prefer these bucktails, most definitely. And I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, you guys all fish these days. A lot of them you buy are one of those bucktail bomber, like the little balls, as well as silicone based ones. They're pretty good too, but like I said, based on my experience, I'm just generalizing, right? I'm pretty sure it comes down to a lot of skills and how you jig and what kind of boat you're on, and there's a lot of variation. That's why it's fishing. That's what's so fun about fishing, right? People don't want real fishermen, real hobbyist fishermen are not looking for the captain to catch the fish and hand it over to you, right? That's one of the I guess that's one of the reasons I'm not a big sports fishing, like big giant tuna fishing or sailfish, because captains put the fish on for you, and then you hand it up and you're just cranking, and you're paying hundreds and hundreds of bucks for that thrill. I guess some people that's a huge deal. I've never I have experienced it for bluefish when we're catching giant, like 20-pounder, 30-pounder bluefish. I think that's what they were, but they're huge. It was an ice box. I couldn't fit it in an ice box, and it was just huge, giant ones. But anyways, yeah, it wasn't real fighting. It was like reeling up a big, again, what they say, like a doormat, a big chunk of rock. If you've ever pulled up a rock, that's what it feels like. There's no pull and push. There's no drag pulling. If the drag is pulling, it's just taking with it until it gets tired. There's no you pulling and reeling it in, and there's not much action. I mean, a lot of action going on. It's just that the type of action I'm looking for. But those are all my, is it? Yeah. Those are my Jigs bucktail. I don't know how much it is, but here's the Gmail that you guys could contact, or if they have it in stock, hopefully Tomo's will have it in stock in bulk. They're sold out. I think I bought the rest of them that they had, but you guys could check it out. And here are the Spros. I bought 2 of these Spros. These are also $3. Pretty good. I think they're deer fur or hair, whatever you want to call it. The hooks are definitely sharper, I would say. I mean, here's where the difference is, right? Gamakatsu hooks versus, I don't know, like generic brand. But like I said, it doesn't really matter. The difference is this will hook better. That means if a small fish bites on it, it'll hook easier. It'll hook it easier. It'll hook any kind of fish that attempts to go after this bucktail. Like this one, you would actually have to hook it, but it seems pretty sharp enough that it'll also hook various fish. But yeah, these are Gamakatsu. So if you're wondering, oh, I buy the Spro over this, you're getting the quality of the hook. The quality of the bucktail, to be honest, I like the way it's coated right here versus this. I don't know if that makes a difference. This one does glow in the dark, but again, I don't know if that's the difference. Makes any difference, because the fish will see the shadow if there's some light or there's some movement. But either way, they do use Jigs. Bucktail use a lot more fur right here, deer fur. They're pretty similar. You can't really tell the difference. But this one is a little bit shinier, but yep, those are the comparison. And then here's another one. It's $6, right? Again, on sale, clearance. I got it for $3, half the price. Pretty good deal. I think that's what I got. But for this haul right here, for beginners, you think, oh man, that's expensive, but trust me, these are a pretty good deal. I mean, what do you guys think? How much are you guys paying for one of these bucktail? These handmade, US made, and like I said, in Korea or Japan, will pay you, you would have to pay like 3 to 5 times more. This isn't going to cost $3-4. This is going to cost like $18 in other countries. But yeah, pretty good deal. $3? Jeez. I mean, some of these hooks will cost you $3 alone. I mean, the sinker itself. And I got 2 of these. What am I missing? Is this the only one I have? Try another one buried somewhere. But here's another scroll. So yeah, hopefully I'll catch. I'm always targeting for flounder. What do you guys do? You guys always fish for flounder? Because I like flounder, but just eating wise and fishing wise, sea bass is just a lot more fun to catch, and for eating as well. The quality is very different. And also, I like I said, I freeze them up, throw it in my freezer, and I take it back to my family, like my mom and my sisters. They love fish, so I'll give it out to my family members. And how about you guys? You guys still buy fish? I don't think we've bought any fish other than salmon. We haven't bought any store-bought fish in, I can't even remember how many years. But there's the other one. I mean, this is Pro. Everybody knows this is like the name brand these days. Sports professionals. That's not what it is. Let's see. Gamakatsu. From Georgia, I guess. It's called Prime Bucktail Jig Green Chat. I think that's what you're looking for. 6 ounce. This is 5 ounce, I think. Can't tell the difference. If you're gonna get 5 or 6 ounce, if 5 ounce is much cheaper, go with the 5 ounce. And I don't see much difference. And a lot of people, they don't go this heavy. But I've been successful with 6 ounces and 5 ounces, so I'll continue to fish with these. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video and my just random talks about my time in the military. Talk to you guys later.